Hello guys, welcome back to Football Manager 2023. Welcome back to the series with me, your host Dean, or KGM, whichever you prefer. Welcome back to Czech Republic. Now look, before I start the episode, a little bit of a disclaimer. We're actually 2/3 of the way through the season here in the Czech Republic. I recorded a third of the way through the season last night, a night after my laptop had done an update. Hit record, recorded the episode as normal, went to watch it back. No sound. My microphone hadn't worked. For whatever reason, Windows Update had disabled my microphone. So it was just this idiot on the screen with no sound coming out. So I decided to delete it, come back 2/3 of the way through the season, which is where we're at now, and just sort of gloss over Czech Republic really. We'll have a quick look through it. So we'll jump in. You'll obviously see where we're at and how we're doing. Straight away, we'll load it on our home screen here. You can see that we are currently sat at the top of the league over Slovakia, and I was in the episode which I recorded yesterday, which obviously hasn't worked. Slovakia were 6 points clear of us at the top of the table, so we've gone on a little bit of a run of form. Slovakia have dropped points. Sparta Prague are now, quite far behind us. But in terms of the schedule, we'll glance briefly over it because we do have 18 games to go over here. Of course, you hear the first two games of the season. The two fantastic wins. We did then lose to the defending champions in Mladá Boleslav, though, to a 94th minute goal in a game in which we were dominant. So it was a little bit hard done too. Brann were next up as well. Another defeat in this one. Another game in which we were better. But again, we've conceded a late winner in this one. Bounced back to winning ways against Jablonec, though. A 2-0 in this one. Geraldinho with both the goals. Geraldinho's been on fire, by the way, this season. Absolutely battered Jablonec in this one. But then it was back to losing ways, and it was to tabletop in Slovakia. We got beat 3-1 in this one comfortably as well. We were never really in the game. We did have our opportunities, but Ade was the only one who's managed to put one in the back of the net. And that was it. That was the turning point in the season. From that point on, at that point we were 6 points behind Slovakia, with the same number of games played, but then the team just sort of gelled and kicked on, and we took on Karvina, and it was a 4-0 win in this one. Geraldinho with a hat-trick in this one, Podny as well. Now the games that I did record in that episode were Victoria Pleasant. It was a 77th minute winner from Podny from midfield against Victoria Pleasant. We dominated the game though. We had a cup game in between, but unfortunately we came back for the second game of the episode that's not there, to a 1-1 draw against Sigma Olomouc, which was highly disappointing, and it maintained Slovakia's 6-point gap at the top. But we have since then hit form, and it's been timely to say the least. Dukla Prague were next up in the league, 2-0 win. Geraldinho again on the score sheet. Great performance. Dukla Prague's match stats are non-existent. It was a fantastic performance. I'm a little bit disappointed it was only 2-0, if we're being honest. But Slovan Liberec were next up as well, 3-0 in this one. Geraldinho with 2 again. Again, Slovan Liberec weren't really in the game. Jablonec in the cup, another good win for us. We did then drop points though to Bohemians, and it was another late goal against us in the 92nd minute. But Granheim and Ade with the goals for us. Even game, very even game. It's just disappointing to concede so late on. But then we had 5 wins in a row. The first one was against Zilin, 4-0, which was a great. Geraldinho with another double. Fantastic performance. Zilin, again, not in the game. Baník Ostrava, 3-1. Fantastic again. Romeo and Geraldinho again with a double. Opava, of course, who we faced on the opening day of the season. We've beat them again, 2-1 this time. Geraldinho again on the score sheet. Again, look at the number of shots that we're getting away against teams. Sparta Prague, another fantastic win, 2-1 against Sparta Prague. Geraldinho, Romeo, and on the score sheet for us again. So the front three for us are really playing well. Shilhart's come back from a long-term injury, which he picked up on earlier in the season. He's come back from that injury, and he's done okay. It was, like I say, a long-term injury. And again, we've got sort of revenge against Mladá Boleslav for beating us early in the season. We won 2-0 away from home at Geraldinho with both the goals. Even-ish game, but we edged it. We did edge it. which was good. Unfortunately, we have drawn out a most recent league game before the winter break that they have here in the Czech Republic, and it was 2-2 with Brann. We went. We didn't go 2-0 up. We went 1-0 up. It was 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2. It was disappointing. Another game in which we've dominated. Brann have had 4 shots on target and 2 of them have gone in. So that was disappointing. So where that leaves us league-wise is just the 2 points clear. It could be 4 if we didn't drop those points to Brann. Geraldinho, you can see in terms of goals, is he's 12 ahead of the next best. He's got more than double of Yuri Svek of Sparta Prague, which is fantastic. Tells you the kind of season that he is having. So we've got 11 games left in the regular season. Without a doubt, we're going to be into the championship group. It's how far ahead of Slovakia we can get. We're 9 points clear of Sparta Prague, which is the important one. I think Slovakia will drop off and Sparta Prague will be the big ones. We have made another signing as well. The transfer window has just opened, so we've brought in another central defender, and his name is Brendan Ara. He's an Irishman who we've brought in from Shelburne. 4.1 million in total we've paid for him. We've paid... I thought I was paying so much up front and then so much in instalments. Apparently not. I'm sure that's the way I set it up. I don't know why it's done it that way, but to go alongside our previous signing, Ade, we've brought in Ara, so we've got now 2 very, very good centre halves at the club, which is great, and that only can be good for us going forward. Unfortunately, we've got a little bit of a hole in the bank. It's £6 million in debt. I've moved a couple of players on for small amounts of money, but enough. I've not lost out on them. But in terms of wages, we're still well underneath our target. We do have some transfer budget left still. It's just we seem to be hemorrhaging money. And in terms of projection, we're projected to be, even worse in debt. So European football is a definite must here for Slovakia. In terms of goals, though, like I said, it is Geraldinho with 24 in all comps. The next best is Len Romeo with 4. So he really has been, the key player for us this season. But we are taking on 2 games today, guys. The first of all is going to be against Jablonec. Slovakia are not playing today. I believe they'll probably play tomorrow. They're away to Brann, of course, the team who we most recently dropped points to. So, lineup that we're going to go with for today. Now, apologies if you're not familiar with the squad. Obviously, my laptop and yesterday's episode, it's messed it up a little bit for me. But it is going to be Almeida in goal. He is retiring at the end of the season. I believe he's now 38. He is indeed 38. So he is retiring at the end of the season. Jabo as the right wing back. He's sort of mixed between right back and defensive midfield for me this season. He's another aging player, though, in the squad. It's going to be the 2 centre halves of Ara and Ade, our 2 signings in this squad. Bekir as the left back, again, done reasonably well for us. Midfield is going to be Kadric as the defensive midfielder for today. He's got Podny and Granheim alongside him as the 2 Segundo Volantes. Now, Podny has been starting. He's had a really good season. Granheim, not so much. It's been a case of Skara Chuma has been starting there. But as you can see, he's currently suspended. Is the South African. So it's going to be Granheim on the other side. He's still more than capable of playing in this position, is the Norwegian. And it's a familiar front 3 for you. Len Romeo, the Australian, done reasonably well. He's had a good season, actually. He's had a really good season. Shilhart, like I say, he's had some injury problems this season. He was out for quite a while, but he's come back in and he's slowly starting to get there. And then it's the star man up top, Geraldinho, 21 goals in 17 in the league. Getting better as well at 32 years old. So that's the lineup, guys. Hopefully we can pick up a couple of wins today. And as we get into the game, 10 minutes gone, it is the first highlight. It's Almeida with a goal kick, looking for Geraldinho. We don't win it in the air now it's Bashir, but Granheim's done really well to get back and win that ball back. It's Bekir bringing it forward down the left to Romeo. Comes back to Ade. Striding over the halfway line. Finds the new man, his debutant. Ara looking for Shilhart over the top. It's a good ball. Shilhart brings it down on his chest. Can he pull it back for Jabo? He can. Cross into the box towards Granheim with the header. Gone just over the bar, unfortunately, but good build-up work there from Slavia Prague. As again, we're going to look to pinch the ball here. We do. It's Bekir to Ade. at this time of day going long, looking for Romeo, flicks it on, but we can't get there. But Romeo does pick it up. Now Granheim, Podney, Schilhart, nice one-touch passing. Granheim into the area, gets his shot away again. This time he's hit the bar. Geraldinho's there for the follow-up. We're going to get the check for offside, though, from VAR. But Geraldinho, he's had a few goals like that this season where he's just popped up from rebounds and just had simple tap-ins. This one has been disallowed, though, unfortunately. He's obviously gone too early. Great build-up, though, by the boys. Granheim's unlucky. Geraldinho marginally offside. Right, 30 on the clock. It's still 0-0 here, which is a little bit concerning. Bekir finds a day. Just move my cursor out of the way. It's the Dobby sent Ara again. Looking at long over the top. It's a poor ball this time. It's pulled out the air by Michaud. And now it is Jablonec coming forward down this left-hand side. Lucas with the ball. A day steps across commandingly and cuts that one out, and we've got the ball back to Almeida. Goes long. We've picked up an injury there to Romeo, though, so we're going to have to bring him off. Podney to Schilhart on the right hand side. Geraldinho's making his way into the box. Schilhart comes back instead to Jabo. Jabo to cross it towards that back post, and Romeo gets his head on the ball. We've hit the woodwork again, and the goalkeeper clutches that one into his chest gratefully. But again, we're coming forward. I'm trying to take Romeo off, but we keep getting a highlight here. Is Adjei? Is it Adjei? If I've said it wrong the entire time, apologies. I'll go with Adjei from now on. It's now Jabo, right hand side again. Finds Schilhart with good build up down this right hand. Schilhart into the box. Goes for goal himself. Maybe could have pulled that back to a teammate. Maybe a bit of a better option. Let's get Romeo off. What's he got? A potential foot injury. We'll get Tony Awada on. Awada's played a couple of times for us this season. In fact, he mostly filled in for Schilhart when Schilhart was injured on the right hand side. But we're still knocking on the door, still looking to take the lead. It's Ara Brennenden. Ara has got a debut goal for Slavia Prague. That's great for the Irishman. Back post header. Goalkeeper should have kept it out, really. Should have kept it out, but Schilhart's picked up an assist. Ara all by himself. I don't know what the goalkeeper's doing. For me, that's not Ara's goal. That's an own goal. The goalkeeper's he's punched it into his own net, really. But we're looking to double that lead straight away. Or Jablonec looking to get back into it. It's Hunal down the left-hand side. Podney's been fantastic this season, let me tell you. As Ara looks over the top for Geraldinho. Does win the header, heads it on, but Michaud is going to collect the ball. He's going to give it straight back, though, to Adjei. Granheim. Schilhart can't get there. It's Kostolansky, did that say? They just want to keep giving the ball back to our big centre-half, so we're going to win them headers for fun all day long. Adjei to Granheim. Kadric being very quiet. I don't think we've said his name yet. Podney into Schilhart. This is the chance for two. Good save by the goalkeeper. I think Schilhart's been given offside anyway. But Jablonec will just be hoping for the half-time whistle now. We've been thoroughly dominant in this first half. And into the second half now. It is Jablonec with the ball again. They've gone back to the goalkeeper. Feeds the ball out to Michaud. Michaud's just served another one up for our central defenders. Now Granheim, Podney. Schilhart's in behind here. If he can get there, he can get there. Pulls it back for Granheim. It's not the best of cut backs, and Lucas does clear it. But if they're going to go long again, give it to our defenders. No, Jabo straight in there. Schilhart to Podney down the right-hand side. Referee playing the advantage there. Podney with the ball back to Granheim on the volley. I think the keeper saved that. He has saved that. It's a great save by the goalkeeper. But we're playing some sexy football here, guys, as Slavia Prague. As we whip the corner, it's towards Ara again. It's gone behind for the corner. The defender actually got there. But Ara's looking to double his tally in the colours of Slavia Prague. Corner swung in by Schilhart. It's towards Ara. Headed clear though, but Granheim does get there, heads it back. He had more time than he thought there, but we're still piling the pressure on, and we're restricting Jablonec, which is great. Jabo throw-in, finds Ara. He's gone long. This time he's got Geraldinho in behind him. Pulls it down out the air beautifully. Geraldinho goes for goal. The goalkeeper's made another great save. Probably could have pulled that back for Awada, who I think it was, who was coming in there. But we've got the opportunity from a set piece again. It's towards Ara. Gets his head on it, but it's a poor header from the Irishman. Jablonec, while it's at 1-0, guys, Jablonec is still in this game. Despite how dominant we've been, and they've almost got themselves a corner, but it's his Bekir with the ball. Finds Adjei. we've gone back to Almeida. Can we win this in the air? Geraldinho's underneath it. He does win it in the air, but he gives it straight to Bashir. And now it's Misho to Kostolansky. Misho again, and they've given it straight back. They've not learned about those long balls over the top. Our defenders are just going to eat them up all day long as Podney drives forward. Fields Shielhart inside the box. Can he square it? He can. Geraldinho. We've had a couple of opportunities like that in today's game, guys, where our attackers could have squared it back to the man in the middle, and we've finally done it. And the result is the ball's in the back of the net. Of course, we're going to get the VAR check. It wouldn't be Football Manager 2023 without a VAR check, and it has been disallowed. Still 1-0. Still 1-0. It's a little bit nerve-wracking, really, but we are in the opposition penalty area again. Are we going to get a penalty there? I'm not sure. They've actually done really well to come away with the ball there, Jablonec, but then they've given it straight back to us again. Now Kadric to Ara. Ara over the top towards Shielhart. This time onside by the looks of it. You've got Geraldinho in the box. Granheim instead. Falls to Awada, and somehow it's gone wide of the post. It was a little bit scruffy there inside the penalty area. And the corner to be swung in by Shielhart. If I'm saying that S wrong, by the way, guys, and it is Shielhart, then if anybody is Czech, let me know. Ara got his head to that ball again, but it's another good save by the goalkeeper. And as we approach the full-time whistle now, guys, it's been a little bit nerve-wracking, just being the 1-0. But Brendan Ara, on his debut, does pick up the winning goal and the man of the match. It's another dominant performance by Slavia Prague. Right, guys, confirmation then. I've clicked forward to the point where Slovakia played. They have dropped points against Pribram, which has clearly helped us. That now gives us a bit of daylight at the top of the table. It's now 4 points that we've got over Slovakia. We are taking on another game today, though, guys. It's unfortunately it's another bottom of the table team. It's just the way the games have fallen. It is going to be Leischen who currently find themselves 8 points adrift at the bottom of the table. So I'd fully expect us to win. It's in a couple of days' time, though, so I'm going to click forward to that point. We'll come back and catch up with that game in just a minute. Right, guys, welcome back to the second game of today's episode. We've made a couple of changes to the starting lineup. Of course, Romeo did pick up that injury in the last game. He is currently out for 6 days to 3 weeks with a damaged foot. So he's not going to get a start today. We're going to go with Jakub Junek. Now, he is a 28-year-old Czech Republic. His contract has expired, but he did ask me earlier on the season, once initially agreed playing time. Now, his agreed playing time is probably not going to show me anymore because he's no longer... He was agreed to be a fringe player, so I don't know what kind of playing time he wants, but we're going to give him a go. He's not too bad. And Chuma comes back in the Segundo Volante role from his suspension. Right, 12 minutes in, first highlight, and it is Leischen with the goal kick. It's Ajay who wins it in the air, though. Chuma, who's been really good all season, does win that one. We've already picked up an injury to Junek, by the way, as Ajay collects that ball, drives over the halfway line. Needs some support though. Good ball forward towards Junek. Junek has the effort from range. It's clipped the top of the crossbar and gone just over the bar. I think we'll just leave. Is it Junek or Junek? We'll just leave his injury until half time. We'll see what happens. As you can see, Slovakia are in action today as well against our previous opponents in Jablonec. They have just taken the lead, so that does close the gap back to 2 points at the top of the table. As things stand, we could do with getting another goal. So a goal, full stop, in this game. But we seem to be labouring a little bit. But we do have this free kick. Geraldinho is going to take it. And it's a good one. It's gone just over the bar, unfortunately for us. But we're immediately on the attack again. It's Jabo to Shielhart. Down the right hand side. I don't know why he came back there. He had the space. Good ball in by Jabo though. Headed clear. But Junek does pick the ball up. Unfortunately he's lost it to Grigovski. But they've just given it straight back. Jabo finds Ara to Kadric. Jabo again. A little bit of space to run into. Feeds the ball forward towards Podney instead. He's tackled by Souček in the box. It's going to be a penalty. It looked like a perfectly good tackle by Souček to me. If we're being brutally honest. FM25 new match engine. Let's see what it's like. It's going to be Geraldinho to take the penalty. Finally, can he get his 25th of the season after having 2 disallowed in the last game? He can. Calmly rolls it in past the goalkeeper to make it 1-0 to Slavia Prague. And now Miguel Geraldinho does get his 25th goal of the season. We're looking to double that advantage straight away. No, we've had a Brendan Ara sent off. So he scores on his debut. Sent off in his second game. Let's just drop Kadric back into that hole, and we'll stick with that. Yeah, good start tonight here in the Czech Republic for Brendan. A goal on your debut, and then a red card, a straight red card in your second game. Hopefully that doesn't make things too difficult for us in the game. Leicester are, like I say, cut up drift at the bottom of the table. And at half-time, it is 1-0 to Slavia Prague. We're going to get Jablonec off now, though. That injury, he's potentially got a knee injury. So we'll get Tony Awada on again. As now Leicester looking to take advantage of that extra man, but Podney's done really well. Drives forward, has the effort from range. It's wide of the mark. The goalkeeper just stood and watched it. He takes that goal kick though. He's just giving it straight to us. Ajay, I don't know why he jumped up in front of Kadric. Again, that's match engine stuff, but we're not here to talk about the match engine. We'll save that for when it changes. Schilhart down the right hand side, inside the penalty area, pulls it back. It's well cut out though, and now it's Nagy for Leicester, looking to switch to play. Bekir gets there though, but the ball has fallen at the feet of the Leicester player. It's now Grigovski for Leicester. Prokus. Again, if I'm saying the S is wrong, guys, then please let me know. Chuma finds a J. Kadric with his mohawk feeds Podney. Podney looking to feed Schilhart in behind. It's well cut out by both Souček, but we have won the ball back. Geraldinho feeds Schilhart, checks back onto his left foot. He's rolled it across, and František Schilhart gets the second goal of the game for Slavia Prague. It's another one that looked like an own goal to me. Just a mess in the defence there between Souček and the number 7. But Schilhart, he's got time to do that in the area. It's a woeful effort, and it's put into the back of his own net by Pokorny there. That's an own goal all day long for me. But I'm not going to complain. It's 2-0 to Slavia Prague. That's all I wanted. Slovako still 1-0 as well against Jablonec. As Rosenhal with the goal kick for Leicester goes long. Ajay lets this one bounce. He doesn't win the header. Kadric though finds Ajay. It's back to Almeida in goal. Feeds Jabo on the right hand side. There's loads of space to run into. Finds Schilhart instead. Jabo. Now Kadric. Schilhart. Again Jabo on the right hand side. The Hungarian. Finds Podney. Podney with the ball over the top, looking for Tony Awada. Cuts back on his right foot, finds Chuma. Chuma into Geraldinho. Great save by the goalkeeper. Fantastic save by the goalkeeper. Geraldinho looking to add to his season tally there from that one. As Schilhart to take this resulting corner. It's towards Ajay at that near post. Poor header though, harmlessly over the bar. Knobloch with the throw in for Leicester. Ball into the box. It's headed clear by Jabo. Ajay's got time and space, finds Almeida, goes long. Geraldinho's in behind here. He can get there, he can't. Souček needed to win that, otherwise Geraldinho was in behind. But it's Knobloch again on the right hand side for Leicester. Ball across, good cross. They've got one back. Jonas Zimmerman has got one back for Leicester there. That was poor defending from the boys in blue there. Oh, it's going to happen, isn't it? It's Souček looking to make up for his mistake earlier where he gave away the penalty there. But we need that 2-goal cushion. We do need that 2-goal cushion. Otherwise, I just won't be comfortable. Geraldinho looking to give us that from this free kick. And it's a good one he has. Miguel Geraldinho with his 26th of the season with a great free kick. Kept this one down, unlike in the last game. Gets his 26th goal of the season to make it 3-1 to Slavia Prague. A little bit of breathing space again for his round the wall. Goalkeeper, no chance really. We've got that cushion. Again, which is great. And then we're into injury time at the end of the game, so it should be done and dusted. Slovako still 1-0 up against Jablonec. Looks like it's going to have stayed that way. And indeed it did stay that way, guys. Slovako with the 1-0 win over Jablonec. So we keep our 4-point cushion at the top of the table. The next game I've got, though, off camera is against Slovako, and they did beat us comfortably earlier in the season, so there's every chance they could do it to us again. But guys, thank you very much for being here. Apologies about a third of the way through the season. Like I say, it was the Windows update on my laptop. It's disabled my microphone, and I didn't realise when I was recording, unfortunately. So yeah, apologies for that. But we'll come back at the end of the regular season. Obviously, we're going to qualify for that, and then there's just 5 games left after that. We could even be already the champions by the time we get into that championship group, depending on how the remaining 9 fixtures go. guys, thank you very much for being here. It's been a pleasure as always. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit that thumbs up button for me though, and the subscribe button. It does help me out massively, and I'll see you all in the next episode. So thank you very much, guys. See you later.